Thank you for joining today's live. My name is Harpreet. I'm the owner of Founders Land Group, and I'm going to share a story. This is Harpreet's story. Harpreet was a first time rookie buyer, and he ended up buying 5 acres of land here in Florida. I'm very excited. I didn't do any due diligence. I just went ahead, paid in cash, and then the Florida summer hit. It was raining for 3 days short, and then I'm driving towards my land in Florida. What I realize is when I reach my lot, there is no dry lot anymore. All I have is knee deep water. I look on my left, my neighbor's lot is dry. I look on my right, my neighbor's lot is dry. Then I'm wondering, why is my piece of land here in knee deep water? So it was not a piece of land anymore, it was technically a swamp. Let me show you what I mean by that. I'm going to transition into a series of what happened and what we transpired into it. Again, the mistake, Harpreet's story was a rookie. Everybody told me, oh, if it is flat, you can build on it. This is the best thing you can do for yourself. I ignored the rain and eventually ended up losing $20,000. And I don't want you guys to make that mistake. And that's where um, I'm going to teach you some things that you guys need to know if you're a first time buyer or a second time buyer. Either buy it from us or anybody else. Please don't make that mistakes. So, what was happening here? I didn't look into a very important aspect of when you're buying the land, that is elevation. We will also we will always look how wide the lot is, how deep does it go, what is and how the terrain or the piece of land looks like, but we never look at the elevation of the land, of ours and the neighbors. And what you're seeing on the screen exactly is what I call the pole effect. The roads are high, the neighbors are always high, but let's say if your lot is low and you don't have that elevation, what's going to happen is Florida land, once you own it, you'll understand is there's a lot of water that's going to seep from your neighbors and go to yours, and then it absorbs a lot of it. What you're seeing exactly is a puddle, which was my lot, which was low, and all the water accumulated around it. I had to get in more trucks to dump dirt on it. Let's say 30 to 40 trucks easily that came in. The lot was for like not even $10,000, but the cost of getting it done and having it dirt filled was more than $20,000. And that's an expensive mistake. And I don't want you guys to make that expensive mistake, and hence this story. Very important for anybody who's buying. You understand this component. The whole story, which we're gonna walk you through, is understanding what is the elevation and what are the zonings in which you always buy. Let's go ahead. There are three zones which we'll be primarily discussing today. And the number one zone that I need you guys to be mindful of, which is what I call the red zone. You are thinking there is a 1% annual flood risk. So on a 30-year mortgage, there is a 26% chance that this could get flooded. If you're buying in the red zone, what it means is if you're going to go and get like a loan or a mortgage to build on it, the insurance companies will ask you for the lending company in specific is going to ask you for a mandatory insurance. At the minimum, it's going to raise your cost. Many times, this will require stills on it. On an average, stills will cost you $10,000 to $30,000, depending on the size of the parcel, what kind you want to get. And these are extra costs that you end up buying. And then I would always advise to stay away from these red zones. Do not buy on it. My verdict is stay away. If there is a 1% annual flood risk, avoid it. or just you'll have to understand with the counties and the insurance agents and what is your end goal. What I called Zone X, the green zone, these are what are my go-to lots. Firstly, there is only a 0.2% flood risk. You don't require any insurance, and these are always high and dry. If you find lots that come in Zone X, I would highly recommend buying in these. Um, just for the fact it just makes your life easier and you avoid all of these ambiguities. There is another no-go zone, like uh, wetlands. Most of Florida has a lot of these. These are the no-go zones. If you see when you're doing your due diligence, any type of cypress trees, stop. If you guys don't know what cypress trees looks like, I'll make sure I'll have an image maybe put in on my the letter which I sent out so you guys can review, or you should do a Google search. If you see standing water on that lot, do not go. These are protected by Department of Environmental Protection, also known as STEP. My verdict is run away from these guys. Please run away. Do not buy in wetlands. It's never worth your money. Uh, there are certain credits that you also need to buy. I don't know the right terminology as of now, but these can go up to like $50,000. So anybody who's trying to sell you wetland is just trying to put their tax obligation from them to you. You guys are smart enough, but also for me, this is a no-go zone. We never buy in these, we never sell on these, and I won't encourage anybody to go ahead on those. Then you'll be like, Harpreet, you're giving us all these uh, red marks or the alerts or the red flags in specific, but how do you verify? I have certain free tools I would want to share with you guys that will help you do the verification. I'm going to walk you through these three tools, and what I'll advise you guys is to do your due diligence, at least leveraging from any other buyer. We have an internal tool that I've put it out for the buyers on our website, which I'll also walk you through. But this is in general knowledge and it's not bound when you're buying from us, but in general, how do you want to go and verify? The first tool I call is the official government data. It's called the FEMA map service. Uh, Many times you will see a blue shading. That means it's a flood zone. If you don't see that same thing, uh, if there is no shading, if it's clear, then I call it safe zone X. Attached is the link of what I'm referring to. Actually, let me escape from this website and open it for you guys so you guys can see it on the map. As of now, this is the website portal search. I have put in Gainesville Airport. It just opens up a lot of ideas for you to see. So many times you will see the airport itself, like without base flood elevation is or the depth. This is going to give you an idea of what zoning these are in. And as you can see, it is in the state of Florida where we are at. Now, we buy a lot of land. A lot of these will come under special hazard areas. But this is a free tool. I'm going to put it in the link as well. You can put in any uh, airport address or a specific GPS coordinate. Let's put Miami Airport. Spelling error. Let's see what it does. Okay. So open up the Miami Airport. It is pretty good that way, guys. So there are no flood zones, there are no amendments, but this is a very strong tool for you guys to leverage, for you to understand what is happening where. And depending on the address and where you are buying your lot, we've covered these blocks, these are sections and subdivisions in our previous podcast lives as well. Always keep on, you can always check those out where I've walked you guys through to understand what which each section means. But a very strong tool, definitely use it. I'm going to put it on the link. All you have to do is put either the coordinate or the place or the address, and it will get you through. For some reason, if you guys get stuck, always you can reach out to me. I can help you guys navigate through if you're looking for an inventory parcel. What is the other tool we have? The Google Earth Pro. Okay, so this will help you understand the elevation profile of the land, how far the elevation goes. I don't have it installed on my computer as of while we're speaking, but what I can say you is this elevation profile can, all you have to do is click, right click, show elevation, and you will see how elevated the piece of land is. Again, this is a desktop application. You can have either on Windows or a Mac. It's a good tool to know if you want to verify the elevation of it. All right, this is another data. It's called the National NWI Wetlands for US and fish and wildlife. All you have to do is look for the code PEM1, Polstrine Emergent. That means marsh. A lot of fancy words, but what it is literally translating to is it in a swamp? That's all you guys need to understand. I'm going to copy paste this link, open it for you guys as well, and show it to you live while we're speaking. And this is what I have already opened up. And this is where you can go apply the legend. Uh, You will see what kind of freshwater pond it is, what kind of river line it is, what kind of stream mooring, uh, and deep water. This is very similar to what I was trying to say, Polstream emergent. Many of these variables are there and these terminologies. All you want to make sure is you're not buying in any of these. All you have to do is find a location. Let's say I had Gainesville Airport. I'm going to do Miami Airport. Airport. Let's see if this goes through. Go. All right, I am making spelling mistakes. Bear with me, guys. So a lot of this comes under freshwater and wetlands. This is the areas which you want to be careful of before buying or building on. You will see a lot of residential areas, but many of this doesn't go through. So there are a lot of free tools out there if you're buying land. This is the National Wetlands Inventory, surface water and wetlands. This really helps you understand if somewhere in Miami or in Florida you're buying, how does it go about? Lehigh Acres is a very famous area as well, and you will see freshwater emergent happening. We might have a lot of inventory coming there soon. Again, a very hot area. A lot of people like it. But yeah, full of Florida in specific. While we are um, focusing on different areas, we are specializing in, while this is being trained in Florida. You will see Jacksonville, a lot of that area as well. There's a lot of freshwater emergent water. But most of the Florida do not get overwhelmed. This is just digital data. Uh, at least depending on which area you want to buy in. Gainesville is the nearest. We see a lot of people drive from Gainesville to go to Interlaken, Alka, and all of these areas. But it gives you an idea of how to leverage and understand if you want to buy a property anywhere you are in Florida. You can definitely use this route. Google Earth Pro is another strong tool that I would always advise you guys to leverage when it comes to understanding the elevation of the land. And the FEMA Wetland Service also helps you understand uh, how and when, how these risks arise and where the land is there and how much of elevation it is done. Um, let's go back to the slides. Again, some in-house cleaning. We are not surveyors. I'm just here to educate you guys. But these things change every time, every month. We will filter out 80% of the banned land, but nature will change. Today, something's not on a wetland. Tomorrow, if there is what's the right word? A flood coming in, the topography changes, the geography changes, maps change overnight. And I would always say, as a buyer, it is the right thing to do for you is you must verify. Call the counties, reach out to everyone. If you have any questions or issue, reach out to us, reach out to me in specific. I'll show you how to schedule a call with me. I can help you navigate through if you're buying land with me or anybody else. As my viewer, I think it's my moral obligation and my responsibility to educate you guys. What is the founder standard? We will always check for the zone. I will always check for the elevation. We always check for the soil. But eventually, the call is gonna be yours. You should be aware of what you're buying, so at least nobody is misguiding you of what kind of pieces of land you're buying. So how do you get the knowledge? I'm gonna put in the full story with the links of them in my comment section. And I also have started this blog series where you can download the guide. I'm gonna put that out for you as well. But at least that way you guys can make an informed choice. That just works. But what I need to show you guys as well is at Founders Land Group, every property you buy from us, my whole goal is to make and educate you guys. Let's say the property here is in Washington County. This is another a 0.23 acre lot here, which is in a one of the best areas I've bought in a while for you guys. But what I'm trying to map here is, as you guys can see, this is on sale. This is a property I have. The tool I'm giving you guys is for you to understand, does it come on a wetland? Does it have any transmission line? Does it have any surface water? Is there, what is the soil overlay like? Is it buildable or not? Are these under plains? Does it come on any FEMA floodplain? Are there any easements on it? And what you have to do is once you zoom out in this area, many times you will see there are parcels that time to time come with floodplains, surface water, freshwater ponds. If you guys need to understand how you want to generate a soil report and get the acreage and the elevation, I can help you this as well. And I can help you guys understand what you're buying and where is sitting on. And the best way to do this is to contact us. Reach out to me. You can schedule a video call. My calendar is open, pretty much open for the next 4 days while this is streaming. All you have to do is select a time, name, email, and a text message, and just schedule it. We'll have a good 15 to 30 minutes, depending on what the questions are. We'll do a property review for free. There's no charge for it. Either you're buying from us or anybody else, at least it helps you understand what you're doing. And that is just my way of trying helping and educating you guys. At Founders Land Group, we are pretty much focused on making ownership as transparent as possible, as seamless as possible. And if you like anything on our inventory, just let us know. We'll be more than happy to put it on hold for you, or you can do it on the website directly. As of today, we are offering two holds, 48-hour hold and a 7-day hold. All you have to do is collect a property task and then just initiate it. That way you can put the property. What it does, it brings it off market. And that's a very easy way to go around holding it while you're doing your own due diligence. As while this is being streamed, um, you can always scan the barcode on the bottom of the banner. It's going to redirect you to our website. And if you guys are actually very interested of, and if you missed any podcast and you don't have time, we have been putting in a lot of these, what's the right word, blog post in the education series where you can either watch the video or just go through the key details and understand what you need to buy for your due diligence checklist, and it'll help you educate. Hope this was a very useful session for you guys. Tomorrow we'll connect again. I'm gonna see what I can teach you more about this due diligence series. The idea is for the next this 30 days education. We are on day 8. Keep on educating you more. Give you free tools so you guys can understand what's happening here, and then you can leverage it to buy your future properties. There is a lot of ambiguity time through time, and we're here to help you guide through this process. Always reach out to me. You can contact us. Just scan uh, the QR code, and there are multiple ways you can connect with us. Again, this is Harpreet from Founders Land Group. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you on tomorrow.